My daughter was worthless.
My father was worthless.
A powerful and emotional video featuring 14 families,
Worthless.
all who've lost loved ones because of a wrongful act,
Worthless.
and told there's no legal recourse.
Worthless is the harsh reality of how the justice system treats our families and our loved ones.
Anne Foray's 29-year-old daughter, Natasha, died 4 months ago from an untreated staph infection, despite repeated visits to Lionsgate Hospital. But because Natasha didn't have children or a mortgage, her family can't sue for damages. Because in BC, unlike other provinces, the Family Compensation Act only considers income loss, not grief or sorrow.
So my daughter's future was worthless and is worthless. Like she had a whole life ahead of her, and it means nothing. So it's unacceptable. This has to change.
Using her skills and connections as a casting director, she created this PSA to spark change, featuring families like Shelley James, whose daughter Chelsea died after the door of the party bus she was on swung open during a turn.
That bus wasn't safe. She went through the main door on a turn that opened up when it was moving and was fed to the wheels of the vehicle. She died instantly, you know, and that's not right. Like, somebody should be held accountable.
Follow-up investigations would reveal the door was defective, but criminal charges weren't recommended.
Yeah, and to find out that you can't hold anybody accountable for your child's death, that's hard.
For them, it's so unsatisfactory.
Trial lawyer Anthony Leone says the law needs to be modernized to value all human life, regardless of the person's earning capacity at the time of death.
Other Western provinces have a cap where everybody gets the same amount for a wrongful death, and those caps are set at, we say, too low amounts in Alberta and Saskatchewan, but at least those provinces recognize that when somebody dies as a result of somebody else's fault, there is a base level of damages that are awarded, and that achieves a deterrence function, which is important under the tort law, because if there's no punishment for people who do things wrong, there's no deterrence to prevent that from happening in the future.
Attorney General David Eby says updating the law is a priority and reform will come within his government's mandate. But the families would like to see changes in 6 months, not 4 years' time.
I don't want to be doing this, and as I said to the Attorney General, I shouldn't be having to do this. I shouldn't be having to not only grieve my daughter, but put myself out there in the public and try to find some justice and accountability for my 29-year-old daughter who died due to negligence.
Tina Lovegreen, CBC News, Vancouver.